Okay, so we've had a horrible ice storm, just like most of probably the center part of the southwest or south part of the United States. The whole I-40 corridor got off nothing but ice. But apparently, they're not really prepared for it here. Our power went off last night about 11 o'clock, so we've been without power for about 8 hours. So we're raw and we're freezing. Whoa! Been bundled up in bed all night. It's about 54 degrees right now inside the house. One thing I did do last night is I wanted to test the flower pot heater that you see on YouTube and Facebook and everything. And I'm going to show you that. And then we're going to experiment with some other different ones, do different variations of it. So let me show you this one. Okay, so there's the flower pot, and I'm wondering if I've got it too far off the ground with the bricks. But it's just, there's two pots inside of one another. A small pot sitting with a large pot sitting on top of it. I got a little terracotta plate to put them on, and then I went ahead and put one of the things on the hole last night to stop that. There's lots of heat coming from out of there. It's warm, but as you can see, it's not so warm. It's not so hot that I can't hold my hand there. So it's been a few. I mean, it's warm, but it's not hot. So, I mean, this room is, 12 by 10, so it may be knocking the chill off, but it's certainly not warming it. And there's about 6 candles going in there, and 5 candles put off carbon monoxide. So you kind of got to leave a door propped open. Plus, you also have the smell of these little candles. So we're gonna try a different version here in a little bit. So okay, just gonna show you it's 57 degrees in here. So thought I'd try a Cornish style heater next. So let's look at that. Okay, hopefully you can see that. I'm putting 2 candles down. I'm going to use about 3/4 for spacing. I'm going to set that pot on top of it once I light it. And after I light them, I'll set the pot on top like this. So, and then you put some pennies or something around the top here, and then put a plate across the top. So I'm going to try that one, and I may do something kind of similar with this one here. There's less space here, but flames need heat, or need air. Okay, so there that is set up. I just put 3 pennies, 3 different stacks, put a plate on top of it. It's supposed to help throw the heat out into the room. I'm not feeling anything. Both the candles are going, so we'll give it a little while. I'm going to set this one up over here. And you better make sure you have something safe to put it on. That's why I went ahead with this brick here. So anyways, it's supposed to be a cheap way of heating your home. Okay, the other one I'm going to go with more candles, but I'm going to use the ones from last night, the shells, the empty tea lights for the spacing on this one. Since I'm going to put more candles. Okay, so it's been about an hour, and this one here is so hot that you can barely touch it. There's not a lot of heat coming from underneath here, but it is, radiant heat. So, I mean, if you had it in a small room, that one over there you can still touch. So,
If I had this one in the bedroom tonight with the other one I've got, it might take it off a few degrees, maybe warm it up just a little bit, but nothing would heat it up more than a fireplace, which has not been inspected yet, and we don't have any wood because we were supposed to be getting snow and not tons of ice. So anyways, that's our little heater experiment. I would say busted, but it might just be taking a little bit of the chill off. And the candles I lit at 5 o'clock this morning are still burning in the bedroom, and it's a little after 10 right now. So they last a good 4 or 5 hours if you get the right kind of little tea light candles. So anyways, that's... Well, after fiddling with it for about 2 hours, well, actually more like 4 or 5 hours and all night on the flower pot heaters, might have helped in the bedroom, and I'm going to show you what I did in the bedroom. I think I found a configuration that works. But now we're warm. Flower pot heater, whatever. Just build a damn fire if you got a fireplace. It took me a couple hours to go find some wood, but we got some wood. Okay, so we got the fire going in the living room. I just wanted to show you, this is how I configured the one that was in the bedroom. And I used the empty ones as spacers. Of course, the brick it's kind of warm. But this sucker's hot now. And what I did was I just used one of the empty ones to kind of close up the hole. So basically all I did was put these here, do four candles, which they'll burn between 3 to 5 hours, I've noticed. And then you just set a pot on top of that. Now, you could just go ahead and get a plate and put on top of it, but I don't think it makes much of a difference. And then, like I said, you can take one of your empty deals and put, closing up the hole. But hopefully that'll keep us warm enough at night. I went and got a tile and put underneath the tile to, make sure the floor doesn't catch on fire. So hopefully with the two of these, it's going to be nice and roasty in here tonight. And of course we're going to keep our room open just a little bit, in case of, because all flames put out carbon monoxide. But that's that, and we'll let you know how we do in the morning. Bye-bye. Okay, so it was 19 degrees last night, and I had all three of these going with 3 candles on that one, 5 candles in that one. The temperature in the other part of the house was 45 degrees when I got up, and in here it was, well, it's gone down a little bit because the candles burned out, but it was 50 when I got up at 5 this morning. So it made a 5 degrees difference in this small room, having 3 of these going, and that's just with candles propped up with the remainders of the candles and just a pot over them. That's the hottest way I've found to get it going. So there's my review of the flower pot heaters.